Hey, before we start with the main video, I would like to thank you the following companies for their support. They support me through the YouTube membership program that I created for companies who care about software testing and are active in supporting the testing community. Thank you once again. If you want to learn more about the supporters, check the video description down below to find the links to their products. If you miss your logo on this page, follow the QR code or send me an email. Happy testing, and now back to the main video. Hi and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Daniel. Really happy that you're here today. You have seen it in the title and I bet you're really curious about today's topic, which is the future of software testing. I bet you have asked yourself this question maybe just now, maybe in the few days before, maybe some month before. Maybe you asked yourself, you're struggling right now, like with all the AI stuff happening right now, with the industries changing, white collar jobs changing, what will be the future of software testing? And that's the topic of today's video, and I love to talk about the topic and to help you and maybe to give you some guidance what I see is the future of software testing heading towards. So let's see. So what to expect? Well, it's somehow easy to predict what will rule 2026 and beyond. I bet you can guess it already. It's AI, 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 AI. Yes. No matter where you are going on conferences, meetups, blog posts, YouTube, including my YouTube channel as well, people talking about AI. And I think that's totally fine because it's the hottest topic and the hottest disruption that we see as white collar jobs or like workers in the current state, right? It's really changing the way that we are working, and I was thinking quite a lot before I was doing that video, like what will be the future of software testing, and not necessarily all about software testing, but also about software development, product management. The way we build products, the way we use products is completely changing. And you just have to follow the tech news. There is no single day where it's not the next big tool coming around the corner talking about how cool agentic AI is working out and stuff like that. And it's actually affecting the way we work, and it's affecting how companies, managers think these days, right? You have seen also, again, I think a lot of layoffs happening these days because of AI productivity gains and stuff like that. And as I said, in preparation for that video, it was really hard for me to actually predict the future. I mean, it's hard to predict the future, but years before it was much easier to predict the future, or to predict the next few years where software development, software testing is heading towards to. When I started my career in IT, it was in it was 2003, 2004. And back then we were working on a fat client software product, pre-installed on computers. People were using the product, not really like fancy web stuff. So we were working quite towards that. And back then, the next big thing was web technologies, right? There were web technologies, web pages, platforms, stuff like that. Then we had the next shift towards mobile. Everybody would like to have a mobile first, would like to be a mobile first company, mobile apps coming. Then there was cloud and other stuff. And in the years before, like before 2023, it was more like, business as usual. But with the rise of the LLM systems, with ChatGPT going out, it went basically parabolic, the changes that we are currently seeing in the industry. And for me, it's actually the first time where I don't know what we can expect, at least in half a year or in a year. I mean, just look back 1 year from now, what has happened to the LLM interfaces from a code development perspective or from a software testing perspective. You have agentic AI systems that completely run autonomously and just create cool products, right? And that's pretty actually hard to see. And it's also something when I talk to industry experts, they're also kind of afraid what's going to happen with us white collar workers. So that's why it's really hard to predict what to say. However, what I can say is Well, AI is here to stay. I think it's not going to change anywhere soon. It's changing so rapidly, but it will stay for quite a while. So if you haven't used any AI related product, I think, to be honest, it's really hard to not use any LLM systems these days or agentic systems. Go ahead and dive into the topic, learn about the systems, learn how to use them, learn about context engineering. I made a video about that already. Learn all the things that you can get, and yeah, to stay relevant basically in your job. Yeah. So the question is, what does it mean for testers? And that's the thing that I would like to actually dive into the topic. And there's a one point on the last slide over here is, however, as of 2026, there's still lots of companies out there who really struggle to find the right AI's use cases. I mean, there are tons of use cases, to be honest, but it's really hard to predict what are the return on investments yet. They don't know yet what are the productivity gains. Sorry for that. They just like put AI into it, another seed round and fundings and stuff. But I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it's the next bubble that's bursting soon. We don't know. We'll find it out together. Yeah. So, but what I see is really important for you as testers to remain relevant. Well, as I said, this topic will dominate the industry, period. It's not will, it is actually dominating. Yeah, you have seen conferences packed with a topic around agentic AI, Gen AI, agentic platforms, how to use AI in whatnot, different processes and stuff like that. Yeah, testing vendors building products around AI and agents. Yeah, it's also something that I love to share here on this channel to give you the basically an overview of industry tools, products that you can use as developer, tester, product manager to speed up your work and to really lift your productivity. Yeah. However, I see 3 areas for testers to focus on. First on is really get into autonomous testing agents. Really good to start. Testing AI generated code is something that is really important, but in the end, if we use so many agentic AI systems, they're doing stuff on their own. We have to verify that. So really testers are here to stay, to be honest, from my point of view. And of course, testing AI infused applications is something that we will see a tremendous shift in the next upcoming years. Just imagine all the wipe-coded, agentic platform-coded systems. They might run in the first place. They might look really fancy in the first place. But when it comes to, let's say, adoption to extend the system, I'm not sure if those systems will run really stable and in the long run. But I could be wrong because AI is changing so fast. Right now I can say there might be problems coming around the corner. The bigger the application gets, the more complex it gets. The AI systems are not there yet, but who knows what happens in 6 months, right? Maybe I'm completely obsolete in my job. Who knows? Yeah. And also evals and red teaming is something that you have to look into it. Not sure if that video is coming before that topic or afterwards. If not, check my YouTube channel. I'm also going to cover evals and red teaming when it comes to basically checking LLM systems, what they are good or what is the working correctly, or in terms also of security patterns that you can basically use, bypass the AI system. Yeah. So what I see is the fusion of shift left and right testing. You have heard shift left, right testing, all the stuff back and forth. Search the internet, use your favorite LLM to ask it what this is all about. In case you don't know it, also you can check my channel. Well, it's the old debate in testing. I don't want to go into that topic right now. However, I see the future in testing about continuous quality across the entire life cycle, which will cover everything from very far left of very first feature ideas, like maybe system prompts that you have to provide into agentic systems, to again lifecycle management. And so many things can go wrong. And with you as a software tester with industry knowledge or business knowledge or being an expert in the business and industry, it's really helpful for you as a tester to remain relevant, to really judge the outcome of those systems. Yeah. So shift left is getting more and more important. On the other side, shift right is getting more important, like observability, testing and production, real-time monitoring of all the systems that we're going to have. However, maybe there is an AI coming out for that who's doing all the stuff for us as well. Again, we don't know yet. Really something for the future. And continuous testing is a core DevOps practice, right? Also nothing new. Again, what I wanted to say is security and resilience is also becoming not important. It's actually important for years, right? But again, with AI, and if you haven't seen my video on that topic, I highly recommend you to do so, because security and resilience is really important when we're talking about AI generated products, or in case you are interacting with an AI system as a first user interaction. For example, if you go to any website and you have agents and chatbots you can communicate with, there are funny examples already on the internet what went wrong. Yeah. So as I said, security never gets old. So that's why the increase in cyber threats and generated code makes it even harder to check for potential security leaks. Yes, of course there are good AI systems already on the market who can verify for code smells, bad architectures, security vulnerabilities and stuff like that. But in the end, you have to double check again for those topics like before. Yeah. So DevSecOps is the standard compared with strong data compliance. That's also important for you to take into consideration, is the data must be really, really good, well prepared, well organized, in case you pump those data into your own LLM that you have hosted in a private cloud or on an on-premise solution. So it's also something where you as a software tester can dig into. It's the data analytics topics. Yeah. And also what I see is chaos engineering is becoming more interesting for interconnected systems in a cloud native microservice world, or even in an on-premise world, right? Because if you are, let's say, wipe coding and using AI created systems, and those systems work together, well, what can go wrong? And chaos engineering is a really cool topic to dive into in case we haven't done before. Yeah. And last but not least, the old topic again, performance load testing at scale. Nothing new, I have to tell you. So, what is the evolving role of the QA professional? Yeah. Well, software testers are used to change. We are used to that. We have, I don't know, when we started in the .com era, there was no testing at all. Everything burst somehow. Then there was like the big shift in, hey, let's automate all the things. We don't need any testers. We had to change for mobile. We had to change for cloud, for accessibility. Now we have to change for AI again. Nothing new for us. We are used to it. But still, keep in mind, you have to change. So we change from QA to quality engineer to strategist. I see the role more going towards the strategist and the quality advocate, which is also nothing new, but still having all the business domain expertise in your mind is really helpful for you to actually plan and oversee the overarching testing activities from a really holistic point of view. Yeah, I still see technical skills as valid, but it's changing towards new programming languages and technologies. As again, we're used to change. Your current programming language, in case it's Java only, it doesn't mean that it's really relevant for your next product. Maybe it's Python, Go, or other any language that's around the corner. And same from a technologies point of view, right? You really have to keep the learning curve high, read a lot, try a lot, experiment things out to stay relevant. Yeah. Of course, make use of AI to boost your testing activities. I mean, my channel is, I would not say full of AI topics. There are a lot of AI topics covered that help you as software tester to boost your activity, your productivity, your career. Go ahead and do it right now. Yeah. And again, I can only repeat myself, becoming a business and domain expert is the skill asset to have in the AI era, from my perspective. Yeah. And what's coming towards 2026 and beyond? Well, what do you think? Where's the industry and our craft heading to? As I said before, for me it's really hard to predict or to see what are topics coming next. There's so many things that can change, that will change, but I would really love from you, where do you see the future heading in our industry? Yeah. And with that, Leave it down below in the comments. I love to hear from you. Saying thank you for coming by today and have a great day. See you soon. Bye bye.